to Artie Lang News Center and our expert analysis.
Live at motherfucking 5, over now.
Bombshell tonight.
A white man driving, a stuff in his face.
Artie Lang, Don Ho.
He's gambling on human lives.
Hi, everyone. I'm Colleen May. Breaking news from the Channel 8 newsroom. Eyewitness News has learned that comedian Artie Lang was found dead in his hotel room at the Hard Rock. Lang was in Las Vegas for the taping of the Howard Stern show. The hotel has confirmed his death and says that Lang's girlfriend found his body around 7 o'clock this morning. He was taken to UMC where he was pronounced dead. We are following this breaking story, and we will, of course, update you as new information becomes available.
Now go home and get your fucking shine box.
Look who it is. Artie Lang.
Don't make me break my foot off in your ass!
Say right out what it is.
Here we go. Mario, honestly, if you talk, you're going off the terrace. I'm kidding. But just let me point to you first. What are you eating of mine again? Are we on, Dan?
Ravioli. Yes, we're on.
We're recording. Okay, so we're recording now, Jack. So Jackie Martling's here again, which means another great show is going to happen. Great feedback. And why wouldn't it be?
All right.
On top of it,
I'm saying it again.
What?
Tonight I was on at 8 o'clock. I was here at 7:30. It's 9:30.
Listen.
I left the Stern show because I got a big mouth and I don't want to be bullied. I'm pissed off at you and fucking Danny. I've been waiting for way too long. I'm going to miss the last train back to Oyster Bay.
Okay.
I'm going to be hitchhiking.
Okay, that's Jackie's idea of this.
Now I'm done.
Okay,
now I'm done.
You're done.
I'm
Can I say my?
done.
Can I say my part?
Officially done.
What are we doing here? Am I doing you a favor?
You are doing me.
I'm an hour late to do him a favor.
No,
that's what happened.
That's it. No. An hour I was fine. At an hour and a half, I said, all right, I'm going to yell about him doing me a favor.
Unbelievable.
No, I just had to say that because that's me.
Well, can I say this? I mean, it's not a favor. I mean, it's easy to do.
No, it's a huge favor.
So what are you bitching at me for? What am I? I'm not Mr. Efficient. Look at me. I didn't make money being, on time.
I thought it was kind of a unique way to start the
You,
podcast.
by the way, are the most, and this is a compliment, the most together comedian I've ever met.
No.
I mean, you are like on schedule, on time. Well, I know you now. It's not your drinking days, and that makes everything better. But again, I stopped drinking and doing drugs in front of people.
I was always on time and organized because I was so drunk all the time. If I didn't do it that way,
I don't know how you did that because I'm telling you right now. When I got that gig on Howard, again, people like Colin Quinn call me, congratulations, I give you 3 weeks. But for some reason in life, I had so much at stake. And I knew that, this would be to another level. I said, I have to do this.
When I started, I said, I thought I'd last a week, and all of a sudden it was 15 years. And I swear to God, I woke up one day and said, when did that happen?
They don't know. Again, I lasted 8.5 years, which is about right because I'm half as efficient as you, not even.
All right, now listen to me. I love you.
But Jackie, but here's the thing. Robin they gave me and Jackie shit because, we were getting antsy towards the end. And we were burnt out is what happened because no one had our schedule. Freddie would do gigs and everything, and he had a fun time, but even he didn't have our schedule. But Robin had our schedule exactly one weekend. She did a book signing in Cleveland. She was late Monday. Exactly one time. And I wasn't there. Jackie was there at the time. One weekend, Robin did the schedule Jackie and I had. And it was an hour of flight, not even across the country. It was a Cleveland flight.
I'll tell you.
She was late Monday.
When we started the show, once a year on Howard's birthday, we all brought our wives.
Right.
And for a few days after that, because the wives had to get up at 4:30 with us and come in. And at the end of the day, they were like, holy shit, you do this every day. And for a couple days, they roll, and then they were back to,
exactly.
You got to go to bed.
Exactly. I've lived with 3 different women in this apartment. I've been here 16 years. I lived with 3 different women, 2 for 5 years, 1 for a very turbulent 8-month period. They all ended very turbulent. But I'm surprised one of them did not go over that terrace. One of them was close. My first girlfriend.
Of her own volition or with a little help?
She went over there. The 2003 Marlins series. I lost $25,000 on the Marlins. She was at the game with me. 2003 World Series. I made her get cigarettes for me at a bodega in the Bronx at 2 a.m. She got mad at me because all these Puerto Rican kids were having like a doo-wop shop on the corner. They were singing, the doo-wop songs in Spanish.
They were singing a Bronx Tale?
I told him not to talk. Why is he near the microphone? He can't go. Stop. Shut the mic off, please. Mary, just put your head down. Put a hood over or something. This has nothing to do with you. You're going to ruin it. You have nothing. You just ruin the flow of the story. You will do nothing but ruin this, honestly. It won't even be fun like laughing at you. You'll ruin it. All right.
So you're doing.
I forgot again right now. I forgot what I was talking about.
Well, you were talking about people jumping off the
cancer.
balcony.
He's a cancer. You're nothing but a cancer. Anyway.
So you're doing me this huge favor, and you're going to record my forward for my book.
By the way, I have a new bit where I talk to Sam Simon in hell. Sam, how you doing? How you doing, buddy? You hear me? What a shithead.
But before we got going, we couldn't help but notice we started talking about John, and I said, Artie, this...
All right, I got to take over the show again. I'm sorry. I'll defer to Jackie because he's he's above me in the hierarchy of everything. Comedy, radio, but Mario, I will not do this. In This Boy's Life, Ellen Barkin has a great line where she goes, "I will not referee." Okay. So she got mad at me, and she kept getting out of the fucking. I had a 500 SL Mercedes. I was doing very well with the market.
Wow.
And I'm at 2 a.m. I'm down 25 grand in the World Series, 2003 World Series, and she kept getting out of the car and walking. Tells the Puerto Ricans I'm trying to kidnap her. Okay, they come over and go, "Yo, man, what's your problem?" One of them recognizes, "Yo, you are screaming my name," and she gets away. I kept putting her back in the car. She kept getting out of the car. She was from the Italian ghetto in Patterson. She looked like a little petite Carmen Electra. She argued like Andrew Dice Clay. She'd go, "You fat fuck." That's what she said. She told me she hoped I get AIDS because I'd lose weight.
Oh, God.
This is your living?
Yeah, she is. She's a school teacher. She taught school in Patterson. Amazing teacher, but some of her poor kids, you talk about poverty, the kids would come to school barefoot. And I would say just like the grandparents. But anyway. Jeez. Before they got caught. That's the whole reason they got caught, bare feet. Jeez. If they had Nike sneakers, they never would have got caught. Nope. So I brought them sneakers. More Dan the liberal would never do this. He just gets offended when I say it. Oh, I looked Elizabeth Warren. I bought them sneakers, every one of them.
All of them?
Yeah. They called me King Artie.
Wow.
Like Idi Amin. I was Artie Amin Dada.
No.
I bought them all. Yeah, every one of them. Some of them, were used. But anyway. And very turbulent. Very turbulent. And I've had a lot of arguments with women here. And I forget my fucking point. Anyway. I would never, though, when I woke up in the morning, sometimes they get upset when I had the Stern schedule. This was my point. You were talking about the women and the schedule.
Right.
I would get up and they'd bitch and they'd go, "Come on, be quiet." I'm like, "Be quiet, excuse me. I'm going, you know where I'm going? I'm going to the place that's the reason you're not back at home with your parents.
Right.
I'm making money for us. I'm making money." They don't understand that, do they?
Wow.
They think they're making money. They're fucking a contribution.
My wife eventually went and slept in the attic, and I slept downstairs because it really wasn't fair to jump over somebody at 4 o'clock.
She slept in the attic. I almost went to Attica.
See, same thing.
Are you all right, by the way? What's the matter? How come you're not in a chair? Is your back hurt or something?
No, I'm comfortable. I go to my sister's.
You turn everything into a beach party.
I know. I watch TV at my sister's house sitting like this on the floor.
Do you? What's the matter with the chair?
This just feels cozy. I don't know.
Jackie's on a chair. There's a fucking chair there, and Jackie, the first person who's ever done that. You know why he does? Everything's a party. It's a beach party.
Yeah, this is very colloquial.
Now I got to look up that word.
Oh, Jesus.
All right, listen. Jackie asked me to do the foreword to his book, which is, an honor. If you would have told me I was doing this 10 years ago, I would have said, "Do I have to?" No. 20 years ago, I said, it's amazing. Look, here's Tina Fey making $1 billion, I think. I make what the kid is in the actor with her. He's making fucking scale. This kid.
He's doing fine.
So I'm happy to do it.
I have never been able to make up my mind whether or not I would fuck her.
Tina Fey?
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, no, of course I would, but I
did fuck her. I put her in my movie.
Oh, wow.
I did. I fucked her acting career. She did me a great solid, actually. She agreed to do a cameo in Beer League. And she was pregnant at the time. And she was great. We gave her a joke. She hit it out of the park.
Of course, she's so good.
Well, no, she definitely did. She worked a lot on her look, because she was the head writer there. Very, very. Lorne is so smart. He knows the way the wind's blowing, man. When all the political correctness came in, he knew what to do. He got a female head writer, but he found one who was amazing.
Funny as shit.
There he is, Anthony Bozo. Jackie Martling, Anthony Bozo.
Yo.
That's my guy. That's my book. This guy
Hi,
writes
my
books.
guy. What are you doing sitting on the
He
floor?
writes my books. And Jackie got me the job. That's the reason you write the books.
Yep.
And Mario's just somebody I help. So, okay, I'm writing a forward for your book, and you come here, and I'm 10 minutes late, he bitches.
Well, God, that's my job.
Half hour late.
Okay, why is his mic on? Why is his mic on? This isn't your part of the show, Dicklick.
Still talking.
I know. It's all about him. Watch the way a polite person. Anthony's way more successful than you. He should be able to talk whenever he wants. He's being polite.
Good.
He's on another person's show in another person's home. You're a fucking spoiled little guinea.
Wow.
That's what happens in a Gindaloon house.
Not to be
You know what happens in these fucking high ties houses? I sit because I'm Italian. If you have
Everybody's king.
well, exactly. If you, and especially if you got something to feel sorry for them for, they fucking spoil you. You could be poor and spoiled. You would think Mario grew up in a fucking in Buckingham Palace. You're entitled.
They lay down palms.
He doesn't exactly. He doesn't understand why he can't talk. It's my world, Artie. Why can't I talk in Mario World? It's Mario World.
I'm in the room.
Every other person I grew up with said it's Mario World, and someone's telling me not to talk. Artie, it's not Artie World. It's Mario World. Not here, pal.
You go in a radio studio, you don't just start talking.
Thank you. You have to pay your dues. He wants to play Caroline's all of a sudden.
Jesus.
You got to see how he ruined my show on the Borgata, Jack. Terrible.
He's zeroing on the Brooklyn dates already.
I know. He's just trying to ask me. He did a minute and 42 seconds. He dug an 80-foot hole in a minute and 42 seconds. I walked out there with a shovel.
Well, comedy dynamite.
You're in the presence of genius right here. This guy, Babe Ruth, are telling jokes right here.
Oh, my God.
All right. And then, so what happened? You get here, and you got to wait a little bit on a comfortable chair. You worried about that?
I'm fine now. I'm on the floor.
You got to give me shit. So here's the big news. Stuttering John canceled Monday. Very angry. Very angry that me and Jackie were not... Me and Jackie didn't kiss his ass.
Wait, now you didn't tell me that. You said he canceled, and you were speculating why.
I'm speculating.
Oh, so you don't know that. You know that, but you don't know that.
He said family commitments.
Jack.
Ah!
He's Puerto Rican.
I did that math quick.
No, honestly. He's half Puerto Rican. During the Puerto Rican Day Parade, you only... Giuliani said just, put plywood over half your window. That's my favorite thing a mayor ever did. That's why I will always love him. He didn't mince words. He goes, it's Puerto Rican Day Parade, people. Batten down the hatches.
Jesus.
As if Hurricane Sandy would come. Get wood, get bars, put them over your window. Dan did it. He was a liberal and his bank got robbed. So I know what happened. He got mad at us. That's what John does. John thought that we'd see this picture. John Melendez.
And we'd be going door to door already.
Not even make a joke. Go, wow, God, great, John. You're running for Senate? Let's forget 50 years of you. And if he saw my picture running for Senate, he wouldn't goof on it? Asshole.
And one of our fans did that picture, and he took it and put it on his website and is using that.
Of course, he has no money.
Without permission.
It's the only publicity you're going to get, Dicklick, is me and Jackie talking about you. It's over now. It's over.
He broke my balls so badly
after
I was going. Like, it's really the.
He owes me $2,000. And I'll tell you why I'm saying this. On October 1st, he goes, can I have two? Can I have two? The suspense was I thought it was going to be 10. It was 2. It started with a T, the number. Can I have
Finish.
I'm like, 10 grand, no, 2 grand. And I said 10 grand a little late. If he would have went right to 10. You mean I could have had... Yeah, you could have.
Wow.
2 grand. And then he goes, and I promised not to tell anybody except for this. He promised November 1st he'd pay me back. Okay. I knew he wasn't going to do that. I knew I'd never see the money. It was charity. But I said to Danny, just as a goof, test the water. Tell him it's November 1st. What about it? And he laughed. He laughed at me. He laughed basically knowing that, what are you, an asshole? You know I'd never pay you back. Guess what, dude? Them's days are over.
Why does somebody give you a due date? Like I'll give it to you, but you know.
Well, he knows because he knows I'm a pushover. He knows that I've been giving charity to him for years. Those lunches were charity.
But why not? I'll just give it to you if I ever get it or when I have it.
Right.
Not,
well, that's like saying you'll never pay him back.
Jeez.
I'm never going to pay you.
Yeah, exactly. But at least it's,
Yeah, well, is it a lie?
November 1st. I didn't say what year.
I'll pay you back in the Again, he's doing the.
Did he leave?
Yeah,
he left.
Let him leave.
Okay.
Where did he go?
Now John's going to call up and cancel his next appearance even before he makes one.
Exactly. Well, no, he's not allowed back on.
Oh.
Let him play his games, man.
Okay.
He wants you to run after him. Mario just left. He's all pouting.
Oh no!
Let him walk
Is
the
he
fuck
just,
back.
Is he just taking a lap, or is it like?
Is that his jacket?
Is that forever?
Yeah, that's his jacket.
Oh,
Well,
good,
let's see
right.
what size.
Right. Is that yours, Jackie? Did you have a jacket?
Yeah.
That's Jackie's jacket.
Is that yours?
Well, is it
Yeah, he
full
could
size?
swim in that.
Oh, okay, then it
is
is.
it full
Then he
size
left.
or is it child size? Oh wow! I guess he got an Uber.
Did he get an Uber? He's not paying for an Uber.
No.
If he got an Uber by himself, he's really mad. Wow. No, he's stealing the game, dude. He's playing this little game. It ain't working here. You came here to eat my raviolis, shithead.
Yeah, you can't eat the ravioli and then walk out mad.
Right, exactly.
That's almost as obnoxious as getting somebody to do you a favor, complaining about him being late.
Dan, I swear to God, if you even call him, I'll never talk to you.
I won't call him.
But I know you. You feel bad already. Mr. Fucking Wonderful over there. Feels bad for everybody. Let him walk.
He ate the raviolis and left. That's
Exactly.
Italian blasphemy.
Right, exactly.
Don't do that.
And I told him, I said, Jackie and I are speaking. It's like that scene in The Godfather. I said, I'm going to speak Italian to Mike. I'm going to speak funny to Jackie.
Foreign language.
And he don't speak it. That's my goddamn girl. Okay. So John is mad now. Now, I really feel bad if I got him mad at you because I know you've had a friendship with him a while. But Jackie brought up the fact that he heard when he left that John would help pile on. Because I was in a very awkward,
After I left the Stern Show.
Yeah, you left the Stern Show. And I was in an awkward position because you got to understand, I grew up loving Jackie. All my friends love Jackie. And I'm sitting there, and I don't like to really bash people who I like. I've been in, it happened to me recently. I almost lost a big Hollywood job because someone was bad-mouthing a friend of mine. And I told him, I said, look, I don't want to hear you do that because I'm going to leave. And
Right, because if you're sitting there, you're...
Yeah, I don't want... Yeah, well, if you sit there, you're compliant to it. I'm like, I don't want to be here for this. And they fired me. So, I'm kidding. But it was awkward. So, and I never even met Jack, except for the time I came up there with Norm. And Norm said to Jackie, Artie wants to tell you a joke. And Jackie said, I got to go to the bathroom. No, you fake laughed. It was great. Of
course.
So,
I'm sure I really laughed, and I'm sure I used it.
No, you were a good man with it. And I was very excited about that. But John would help pile on. Here's how it would start. Ralph would call in, and he knew he could get Howard going by bringing up Jackie. And Howard would start talking about the money and everything. John would come in giggling with that evil giggle. What, John? Put on the mic. Jackie this. I heard Jackie's broke. I heard Jackie's homeless. Go back to every fucking tape. The first time I did Conan O'Brien, after 4 months on Stern, he said... Because Conan was a fan of the show, I could tell. He goes, Art, I listen all the time. And he goes, you do a smart thing there. You do not talk that entire time. I go, yeah. And he goes, because they can only hate you for it. I go, no, that's not the reason. I don't want to bash Jackie. I like the guy. I'm a fan. All I would say is, I don't know anything off the air. So everything I would have would be positive. They don't want positive shit.
No.
That doesn't help. That doesn't help. If I said something nice, Howard would go, what are you talking for?
If you haven't got something shitty to say, shut up.
That's what it was. So John, of course, John is for John. John's for U.S. Senate.
Yeah.
Vote John. So, he would bash a friend. And then when he sees Jackie, here's the fucking man come. Oh, Jackie, you know it is.
I never said it.
I thought you liked when I said that. I thought when I say you're homeless, I thought you liked that.
Who wouldn't?
Yeah, when I said that you weren't funny anymore, I thought you liked that. It's only your livelihood.
Jeez.
It's only a lie in your livelihood.
But that's all right.
He had his eye on that chair, Jack. I'm telling you, Jack. When he hated me,
I never knew that.
He hated
this
me.
This is the first I ever heard it from.
And I confirmed with a couple other comics who sat in that chair. Their names rhyme with Schmimmel. and Sharola. And he would give me a look, a death stare, like because I was sitting in that chair, and I realized it. And but then when I got the job,
he actually thought that was natural ascension.
Yeah, right. Exactly. He overlooked the talent area.
Oh, Jesus.
He goes, Artie, I'm writing jokes. I can show you the jokes. He wanted to show me jokes out of context. See, Artie, I say right here, fat. I say he's fat there. Right? You're a young Albert Brooks. So he really see that's where stand-up comics don't get any credit. We're like the roofers. People think they could do this, and they can't.
Yeah, grab your hammer and climb up there.
Right. And listen. So I swear I can look you right in the face and say I never joined in on that shit ever. But John, your friend did. Your thoughts?
And then said he did.
Yeah, your thoughts on that?
But it's fine. But that's so funny for him to, this is supposed to be comedy, and he cancels your show.
Well, I mean,
that's funny.
Don't you have to have backing for this? He's running for Senate.
And doesn't he think he's going to get some blowback if he cancels doing the show?
He's going to get blowback, okay.
I didn't even put the worst stuff in the promo.
He's going to get some of his blowback. What?
I didn't even put the worst stuff that you guys said in the promo.
In that clip?
Thanks for helping.
In that 7-minute clip you're talking
You
about?
guys said we were shit. Oh, my God. What about the time you said
You ain't heard nothing.
Dan helping. So, no, honestly, I cannot wait to go to one. I will go to one of his rallies. I'll pay for it, John. I can't wait to hear you speak about the issues.
He's really doing that?
Oh, yeah. And listen to this.
I think I'm hearing Road Trip here.
Are you kidding me? The first gig we should do is before his rally. Me and you. Okay, listen. But, 3 mistakes he's made already. The first announcement that he put out had 4 misspellings in it. 4.
No.
2 of them were the first and last name of the woman he's unseating.
He semi-compliment.
Yeah, he misspelled Diane.
What's the biggest insult you can do to anybody? It's to misspell a
especially
name.
a woman or saying her weight. Diane Feinstein is supposed to be famous. He misspelled her name.
Oh my God.
You know what I mean? So unbelievable. So really, okay. This is my favorite mistake, though. He says, if any girls out there want to work with me, I think it would be great to have a gal as my running mate. John, senators don't have running mates.
Oh, wow.
He said running mate.
No.
Yes, he did. Yeah.
No.
A gal.
No.
A gal.
And they don't especially love being called a gal.
I guess he wants to, what's he trying to sound like? Like one of those Southern guys?
Jesus.
What's he trying to sound like? Warren Hatch? Warren Hatch? Yeah. As my running mate.
That's who you take to an 8th grade dance in Arkansas. A gal.
That's my running mate.
That's my gal.
I know. Gal's what you take to the Klan meeting.
Yeah. Promenade all the way down.
And my running mate.
Oh no! You're
Yes,
making that up.
Yes, I'm not making.
Oh,
it.
that's now. That's. I hope that's him being funny.
No, well,
come on.
Well, no, he's not that funny.
No, but a running mate.
Yeah, I know.
Helen Keller knows you don't have a running mate.
Look, and also he cut his hair, which he should have done that before he went on our. The most disgusting thing I ever had with John. Well, that's not true. We told the story about Sam Simon who's listening in hell. Hey, Sam, you asshole. You listening? I'm knocking on Sam's door. Are you putting on your blue eyeliner to go out, Sam?
Oh.
I don't know. So Sam would have blue eyeliner on his eyes in the morning. So there were rumors. You listening, Sam? You were so funny. God, I hate his guts. I'm so glad I'm going to hell so I can tell him off. Really.
I didn't know.
Really?
I didn't know him that well.
I told him go to hell. I said because I want to see you again.
Oh God!
How's your money deal? How's your Simpsons money down there?
That's planning,
you motherfucker. How's your?
That's planning.
Yeah, you talking to any animals that you loved?
Jeez,
loved animals, hated people. So yeah, Sam and his Playboy playmate wife, who 3 weeks got an annulment because of mental torture. This was during the 3 weeks of love. Come to see us do stand up at the Ontario, Canada Ontario, no, what the fuck? It sounds like Ontario, Canada, but it's not. It's in California. It might have the same name. Anyway, there's an improv there, Southern California. And Sam comes with a Playboy playmate he's dating. The green room has a bathroom, and John's taking a shit in the bathroom. This playmate's like 23 years old, cute blonde. She's shaking our hands. How you doing? John has to go on stage. You hear this.
Oh, man.
You hear a violent shit. And then there's no chance he washed his hands. No chance. Because of timing. He would have had to wash his hands in a millisecond. No chance he washed his hands. And comes out, and I go, John, this is Sam's wife, and he shakes her hand. Hey. Seconds after shitting. With his wiping hand, of course. And she had a look on her face like Steve Martin in Planes, Trains, and Automobiles when the guy spits the tobacco on. How you doing, pal?
So she was standing right there for the sound effects.
You know, look she had on her face. Yes, the look she had on her face was like when that Secret Service guy tells Bush the second plane hit. When he's talking to the kids, and he's like this. She was catatonic.
Is it a fugue state?
Yeah, she didn't even laugh during John's act. The only time she fit in with the rest of the crowd was when she wasn't laughing.
Oh God!
My God!
So John says the $2,000 he wants. So this is payback for laughing at me. All he could have said was, "I'm sorry, buddy, I'll get it to you." But no, he expects it. He expects the money. Why? Because you're my senator. And so fuck him. So he's mad at that too. So he says to Dan, he goes, "Oh, I'm not coming in Sunday. And tell me where I can mail the check." You know where to mail the check, dickhead.
Oh, he was physically coming here?
Yeah, yeah.
Was he in
Monday.
town?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. So
Well, yeah, if you had the address, that's where you mail the
of
check.
course he knows where to mail it. Jesus
I
Christ.
didn't have the address.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Hey, Dan, what are the odds we're getting that check?
Slim and none.
0.0.
I put. You know what, John? Let me tell you something. Put it towards the campaign. I want that $2,000 to go towards the campaign.
All right, I'm going to go you a little further.
What'll that buy?
I'm going to go you a little further.
What? That'll buy the podium.
I bet he doesn't have a checkbook.
Well, he doesn't have a book.
Just to prove he has a checkbook, he tells him to start the whole ball roll and send you a blank check.
Yeah, right, exactly.
Well, he can even write void on it just to prove. I'll scan it.
His wife. I scanned the check. Hey, Artie. Did you get the check yet? So that's that. So now John's mad. I love the fact that Mara's probably standing outside. I know Dan's gonna come down. I've got Dan under my little thumb. He's gonna come down. I swear, any time now.
See, I don't know that the program. Well, what does he shows up to be on the air or just to hang out?
He's a guy I've known forever.
And you break his chops and he leaves.
He's a guy I've known forever. He's the model for the statue you get at the St. Gennaro's feast when you dunk the clown.
Oh my God.
It used to actually be him for a week. He would he would go to your house. No, he's a kid from Bensonhurst, Brooklyn, who has a birth defect. He's got a great brain, very smart, and you see he manipulates all of us. But his mother, according to him, during childbirth, took a Sudafed. And that's what happened. He claims he would look like John Stamos.
Just one Sudafed.
Yeah, that's what he said. Yeah, absolutely.
You can do it.
And the only reason I'm talking about this is because I want to go to hell and tell Sam Simon.
Wow.
He wants to come back in. He just texted me.
Of course he does.
This could get you there.
I thought I heard the doorknob being fussed with.
Text him. No. Just say Artie's not ready for you.
Okay.
Oh my God.
I love this. All right, so the main reason, the reason we're lapping over, because Anthony came over to want to write my book, could be the third bestseller.
Yep.
That's right, we're 2 for 2.
Mm-hmm.
And by the way, John has a book too, Jack. John, did you ever hear John pitch his book idea?
No.
He goes, I'm telling you, it's going to be you, Johnny. I'm going to tell stories about the Stern Show. I go, like what? Like Jackie said, there's no smoking gun with Howard. It's like, even if you're in an argument with him, you can't make stuff up about Howard. He lived a clean life. I never saw him do anything really that wrong. There's no smoking gun. What are you going to write about? He goes, well, people he goes, what about the time I And then he says something like, I left the fake shit on Scott's, porch. Like 8th grade stunts. I said, that's not going to get you a book deal. I said, listen, if you saw Howard fucking Carmen Electra in the office, that might get you a deal.
Right. Or
Otherwise,
even if you lied and said it.
Right, exactly. Well, then you got to get sued, and then what? Look at.
But I really left.
Right,
I left the shit.
Because without those stories, you got to be a good writer. And guess what?
Wow.
Guess what's behind door number 3?
You have to know how to spell. To be, first of all.
Well, I got a book and he has a book, so
Right,
I guess it's a race.
Well, I can't wait to read your book. His book is never going to come out. Or he claims it's self-published. That's the other thing.
Oh, those don't count.
Yeah, right. He said, I'm with Penguin? No. My book is Simon & Schuster? No, self-published. Simon & Schuster. So Jack asked me to write the foreword and then comes here and yells at me. And doesn't even sit in the chair.
This is my statement to you.
No, God. Is this like you're squatting?
This is my protest.
How 60s were you, Jack? Were you involved with stuff like that? Were you like a liberal hippie? Like you went to?
Well, you know what? It's weird.
You like the blacks?
I didn't smoke pot until sophomore year of college, but it wasn't when you started smoking pot in those days. It's where were you in 1967?
Oh,
but
right.
I dropped out. I actually taught college for a little bit, and then I dropped out. I actually was a student proctor for
really
for
that we had
humanities, and I actually wrote on the board, "Please do not attend classes. Please go home."
We had that in common. You were proctor, and I was a gambler.
No, it's really funny because
we got an hour to kill if you want to get out.
I woke up in the morning and went to class and wrote, "Please don't go to class." And I was a teacher, but I had already dropped out of school. And then my band went and played in a when they ripped down the doors from the girls' dorms. I mean,
you had a successful band too, right? I mean, you got a lot of gigs though, right?
Yeah, we had a lot of gigs, made a lot of money, but we sucked. You know,
we
were
really?
just
Is
wild.
that true? I thought I heard you were good.
No. In college, we were wild. You know, we used to take the fraternity guys and girls and throw them on the floor. You know, and they loved that. We got better in the '70s. We were better. You know.
Oh, by the way, Anthony Boza is here, my co-author and friend, and Jack, of course. You write this book all by yourself, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Jackie's a writer.
Well, they gave me an editor, but he's supposedly just going to hack away all the bad
editor,
parts and leave the paragraph.
the editor, a white guy.
I haven't seen him yet. No, yeah, he's very
good.
talented.
No,
He's
yeah.
30 years younger than me.
What would you rather have, a white editor or a white pilot on a plane?
Chinese. I wanted somebody that didn't speak English.
You can have a choice of two things.
What?
Go meet a white editor in Los Angeles, and the editor's definitely white, but both pilots are black on the plane when you go to L.A.
I think I'm glad I'm here.
So you cancel the deal?
What deal?
There's a black comic who has a great bit. He goes, yeah, all you brothers, man, you got to be honest. He goes, when you see a black pilot, the first guy come in, you're like, damn, man, good for you, man. Good for a brother being a pilot. And then, wait a minute, the other guy's white, right? Got to keep a brother in check.
Oh, wait, I left something in the car. Jesus.
I have cousins who have gotten off a plane because both pilots were black.
Yeah, that's
Not
great.
kidding. And they're alive today, thank God. 211 other people are dead.
Wow.
No, it's honestly, I like my one friend always sings it. He gets drunk and he thinks this is hilarious. He sings that song, "White Christmas." May all your days be merry and bright, and may all your neighbors be white. Every year, same joke.
And he laughs
every
all
year.
through it.
Yeah, it was funny in 1948. Come on, that's funny.
That's not bad.
Did you? Okay, my golden part of the Stern Show is, I don't think I ever said this to you, was when the dynamic of you writing for the Jackie Puppet and Billy West doing the Jackie Puppet voice, goofing on you to Conan O'Brien, and you writing the jokes. It might be the funniest thing I've ever seen. It's an early E! show. Now, did you and Billy West get along? Explain that.
Oh, Billy and I were dear friends from the word go, and still are. And
Billy West, another guy who Howard doesn't have on, is not allowed on the show. You see a pattern forming?
But it was really great with Billy because Billy was behind me with the puppet, behind me and Fred, so we couldn't run the lines in front of Howard.
Well, the old E-shows show that a little bit, Like,
did they actually?
Yeah.
So we'd have like 8 or 10 notes lined up in front of Billy, but you had to be careful. When you gave stuff to Howard, you could write anything because he would temper it however he wanted.
Right.
But Billy would read
exactly what you wrote.
So
and he was fearless.
If you wrote cunt, he would say cunt. So you couldn't write cunt.
And he was fearless, man.
He would say anything. And I don't know if we ever had this talk. I swear to God, I think the Jackie puppet is where Triumph the Wonder Dog came from. I swear to God.
It could be.
Look at the dates.
Triumph the Insult Dog.
Because Conan's there and Billy's.
And Smigel is a Conan guy.
And the puppet is attacking Conan, but you can't yell back at the puppet because you look like a fucking idiot. But you can't yell at Billy because it's the puppet. Otto and George we talk about this. Otto and George had a talk show, and he's playing Johnny Carson with Otto and George, and you're sitting there. And you feel like a fucking idiot because you talk to Otto. You're not talking to Otto because it's the dummy. But if you're talking to a dummy, you're talking to a fucking dummy. It was brilliant.
Okay, I went to score coke in Buffalo with Otto and the dummy. He took this enormous box, and we were sitting in this deli, this old deli, but it was essentially a crack den. And Otto, again, he's not with us, rest in peace, but he had a bad problem. He used to smoke crack. We were playing a gig.
That'll do it.
What a character.
Okay, we're in a crack den. It's Otto, the big box with the dummy in it, and me. Now, the guy who ran the crack den said, "What's in the box?" And he thought it was a bomb or like a midget was going to come out and spray them with a gun. A gun, right? He goes, "No, man, you got to open the box because we don't trust you." So I said to the guy, "Listen, I don't know how to say this, but we're playing the club in Buffalo. If you want tickets, let me know." I said, "I swear to God." I said, "He's a ventriloquist." And the guy said, "Dude, don't fuck with me." And I said, "If you open it up, there's a dummy in it." And I went to Otto, who was ossified.
Right.
I said, "Otto, listen, if he opens that fucking trunk, there's definitely George's in there, right?"
Yeah, don't fuck with me here.
The dummy's name was George. I said, "George is in there. Don't fuck with me." I told the guy it's a puppet, a ventriloquist dummy, and the guy thought he's gonna. I said, he goes, "There's a dummy in there." I think he thought it was like his brother or something, like
or a dead body,
like a really unsmart person. So this is in Buffalo. It's freezing out. And he opens the thing up, and him and his guy like get scared. Like it's weird.
Oh,
it's odd
yeah.
looking.
It's a person.
It's upright. It's like, he's like this. The puppet's got its eyes open, staring at the black guy. And I said, "Damn." He goes, "That's a ventriloquist." I go, "Yeah, it's a ventriloquist dummy. We're really playing the club." And they were freaking out.
What's like a little casket?
Yeah, they thought it was going to come alive. So we have the door to the thing open. The puppet looking at them, and they're looking at the puppet, making sure it doesn't move, and we're buying coke from them.
Oh, God.
Now, I never smoked cocaine, so I had to do lines. I'm doing lines off the top of
the dummy puppet.
Of George's house? You're doing
George's house. Of George's house.
Heartless.
And Otto's getting mad at me. I go, "Otto, what's the matter with you? You're mad at me? You're mad at me?"
This is not a respect thing.
I went because the owner of the club was worried. He goes, "He's done this to me before. He takes cash and disappears." I'm opening for him. And because I opened for him in L.A. I opened for Otto 3 times. And what you said with the puppet yelling, it's what made me think of this. So the entire time we were there for 2 hours because Otto would not fucking leave. We were there till 20 minutes before I had to go on stage.
Wow.
We were there a night, a day, and then I had to go on stage.
Wow.
I said, "Otto, I gotta spray water on myself. I gotta refresh somehow." I look like I've been in a crack den with a ventriloquist dummy for 40 hours.
When he's smoking crack, does the dummy smoke crack too?
No, that'd be too expensive. I'm the dummy. Because I never smoked cocaine. I was always somehow I knew I'd live in that fucking bottle. I said, "I can't do that." one of the rational listeners have been like,
that was a right move.
Yeah.
Yes.
But I'm already down. You know, he's making back then. I'm down $4,000 already. We're not making that back. And the guy said, he goes, you're gonna vouch for him because he disappears on me. The last time Otto was there, he took $800 from the guy and disappeared, never came back. He left with the dummy. And I said, "Why'd you do it?" He goes, "Because if I don't come back, I don't want something there. I gotta go back and get."
Right.
And then he forgets he fucks people over like this. But the first time I opened for him in San Diego with the Improv, he did 6 months out in L.A. Otto before he left. Okay, Jack, he gets so mad at a woman in the front row. He's screaming. He totally abandons any ventriloquist, like trying to not make his lips move. He's just yelling with his lips moving.
Just like
at a Mexican woman.
This is Otto's yelling. George isn't yelling.
Right. Well, his whole premise is George says the racist stuff.
No, that's
because George says N-word. He goes, not me, it's him.
Right.
I go, I don't know how to explain that to people, but fine. He abandons the ventriloquist thing. He's yelling at the Mexican
So he
woman.
loses his premise.
Loses it because he's so mad at her. Because she wasn't laughing at the act. He goes, what the fuck is your problem, you uptight bitch, you stupid spick bitch? Spick. All right? Now, the dummy, she doesn't know where to look at the dummy or him. She goes, moving her head back and forth. And security removes the headliner.
No.
Security removed the headliner from stage. Oh, God. I had to go back up and do another 20 minutes after I bombed.
That's it's priceless.
And what you said, who do you look at, the dummy or him? And that's exactly what I love. Smigel, I love Robert Smigel, but that's exactly what the Jackie.
I'm sure Conan's going. You know what? That fucking puppet can say anything at once.
Right.
If I get mad at it, I'm going to look like an idiot.
Oh, that's so funny. And Conan wrote for the Harvard Lampoon. He's yelling at a puppet.
It's so great.
He's getting outwitted by a dummy.
You know, he was there. It was his 1 year anniversary, and Howard was throwing him a goodbye party. He said he was losing his job,
so
and that
funny, man.
He said that they asked him to replace Conan, so Conan comes on as a celebration of his 1 year on
Oh,
the
that's
air.
so funny.
I think we even had streamers.
That's right. Because it took him a while to warm up to people.
Right. He had to kick in.
Well, listen. That's like, you want to piss off any actress. I've done this to a few. Nicole on Mad TV. If they say they're turning 30 and having a party, I said, I'll come to your retirement party. Any actress, their 30th birthday is a retirement. Look at the fucking Patriots. Look at these motherfuckers.
Somebody's telling me the greatest heckle in the world is what you go to see a band, and the band plays their first song, and you yell, "One more!"
Oh, that's good.
That's hilarious.
Isn't that great? One more!
Oh, that's great. That's up there with
fantastic.
That's up there with Beat Your White Pot Fan. All right, so let's do this. I'm writing forward to the book. I have no. So what? I know what I want to say, but is there anything you want me to cover?
No, I love exactly what you said. One of the times we were on the air, you were saying how you became aware of the show, and because your father turned you on to it, and your father liked me, and then you blah, blah, blah. You know, it doesn't have to be a long, crazy thing, you know.
All right, well, I mean, listen, if you asked any of my buddies who you'd want to hang out with, it would always be Jack. So I would probably say that my stand-up and like my talk show appearances and even the sketches I wrote on Howard Stern are the biggest influence is probably Jackie Martling, because of what you brought to Stern, the political incorrectness, the subtle stuff you used to do in the background. And that was what all my premises were. You were truly dangerous because, there's a thing now with people, if they talk about religion in Hollywood, they think it's a dangerous thing. It's not. Everybody in Hollywood's anti-religion. Nobody believes in God. And if you do an anti-God bit, you're amongst friends. If like a guy like Chappelle talks about race, they think it's dangerous. It's not. It's the safest thing he could do. If I talk about race, it's dangerous. It's like Caitlyn Jenner. She becomes a hot chick. Bruce Jenner becomes a hot chick and gets a Brave Award, a Courage Award. If I become a chick, that's courage.
Yes. Yeah.
Becoming a fat chick, what do I do?
You want to get a Purple Heart strap on a vagina.
Right, exactly. If you want to punch this up, go ahead.
Sorry.
So again, this has to be in the forward. My favorite moment, maybe ever, is when Howard puts a phone caller on, and he's going to get Jackie. Now he's going to make Jackie embarrassed somehow. The guy goes, real man goes, Howard, I heard a thing in my college. When Jackie was in college, he moons someone out the window of a van that was moving, and he took a dump while he was moving, while the van was moving. And Howard looked at him and said, oh, come on, Jack, that's disgusting. Thinking he's going to embarrass Jack, as this casual, you might have been eating something when you said it. Yeah, throwaway line. Yeah, it's a harvest moon. Not only was he not embarrassed by it, he had a fucking name for it. Yeah, that's a harvest moon. I said, look, I don't know what Jackie makes a year. It's got to be more than me. And I said, if I can be that guy, I won in life. And it happened.
That's an odd aspiration.
I said, if this guy's dumb enough to leave.
Cross your fingers and your toes.
And then listen, and the other thing is, so that was like, to me, the epitome of, that's what I wanted to do. That attitude. And I saw you at Rascals in 1989, and it was the walls moved. You were killing so hard, and then you were going to this great gig. I said out loud, I would love, what a living, what a life. You do stand up and you're on the Howard Stern show. That happened to me. What a country. And then I saw you last year, almost a year ago today, do stand up at Gotham, and again the walls moved. And they were the same jokes.
Which in one way is a compliment, but in one way it's not.
But here we go. No, it is, because I laugh just as hard. In other words, what you prove it's the art of your presence up there. It's you. 75% of stand-up is your presence on stage. Richard Pryor tells stories that any person would have. Well, any black person would have. Like your mother's,
grew up in a war.
Well, yeah, that. Anybody would have. Listen, what I love about you, Pritchard, is you have stories anybody would have.
Jesus Christ.
I mean, you know what I'm saying. He tells the everyday story. But think about the genius of Richard Pryor. The guy, when he had the microphone in his hand, it looked like he was born with a mic in his hand. He was a fucking genius at stand-up comedy. He just would tell stories that anybody else would be embarrassed by, and they're hilarious. In that fucking 79 episode show, the film, the best set of stand-up ever, I think, is in 79 a special. And he tells a story about shooting his wife's car while he's on cocaine. And then he realizes he bought the car, so it's shooting his car. And he has the greatest punchline ever. He goes, I'm shooting up the car, and that cocaine I was doing said, shoot something else, Richard. So I shot the tires. And then the cops were coming. And said, I called the cops, and then I got scared. Because cops don't shoot cars. Cops shoot their cars. Come on. What's funnier than that? And he's got the mic and it's again like Fast.
It's part of his body,
right? Like Fast Eddie Felsen says in the Hustler with Jackie Gleason, Paul Newman shooting pool. He looks at Gleason and he goes, "Look at that chubby man." And Gleason's going around the table calling the shot, deuce in the corner, ace in the side. He goes, it's like it's part of his arm, and that's what Pryor was like. And when you watch Jackie, it's like he's just supposed to be there, not here, but he's supposed to be on stage doing stand-up. And the forward, I would love the forward to end with this, Jack, somehow. Get across, I want to get across the fact that my influence was, I found this out later, was not Howard, it was you, because it was Howard a lot, but the sensibility you brought to the show. The guy who says, it's a harvest moon. That thing. That's been my style. So thank you for that too. Anyway, you've given me everything.
Wow.
But I want this to end with this. I said it was like watching the Babe Ruth thing when we did the gig together, and I said, Jackie walked up. It was probably what it was like to watch Babe Ruth walk from the on-deck circle to the fucking home plate when they introduced Jackie at the Gotham thing we did together. They're saying his name. They see him. Everybody's applauding, and he slowly walks up. And the way it was to watch Babe Ruth take a couple of practice swings and then hit a home run, Jackie's practice swing was this. 2 flies land on a piece of shit.
I got when I came on stage.
I want the floor to end that.
I
okay,
absolutely
so that's how I
will.
wanted it, because I wanted to be. It was like watching Babe Ruth slowly walk up, a guy with a drinking problem. Slowly walk up to the stage is like watching Ruth walk up the home plate, and then instead of the practice swings, it's two flies landing up. Wow. All right, and then ... That's how I want it. Okay, can you do that for me?
I will
consider it done. Go ahead. What were you saying? Again?
I was hoping you're going to get to, because when I came off and you said when you say two flies land on a piece of shit, it's like watching Babe Ruth hit it out of the park.
The place erupted.
I thought I was going to crap myself.
The place
it was
erupted.
the nicest. It was that was the nicest compliment I think I ever got.
Well, to me, that was like the practice swing, because the punchline's the homer.
Jesus.
So it's almost like hitting a home run with the practice swing. And look, I was sitting next to Gilbert Gottfried and and Mario Cantone, two very established comics. And when you said that, he's like getting a laugh off the setup. We looked at each other as comics. Mario said he's unbelievable. I said he's unbelievable. And I looked at Gilbert and he said, "Can you buy me a scotch?"
Well, there's a lot of respect there.
That was a great lineup, man. Nobody. They agreed to have nobody host because it was everybody was that into each other. And that was that Gotham episode. I talked to Mark Cuban on my show. Listen, it's the greatest lineup I've ever been a part of.
He had to have been fond of that night.
Yeah, he loved it. I did it twice. I hosted once. I did it, and he said that was arguably the best ever. I think he says it to everybody, but he was a billionaire. But no host, and that's why.
Bing, bing.
So there you go. Two flies land on a piece of shit. ... There you go.
Perfect.
And should we do picture? Let's do picture. But you get the gist I want to say. You get what I'm talking about?
No, I absolutely got it.
All right. So if you want to send it to me, maybe
let me send it to you.
Okay, but here's the thing. Because I want now.
I'm going to give you a chance to rethink Richard Pryor and Jackie the Joke Man being in the same sentence.
No, but you see why?
No, I'm totally flattered.
You're both supposed to be there.
I understand that, and that's
and your mothers were black.
Right. No. I was raised in a whorehouse.
Weren't we all?
Please.
Anyway, they're all whores, except for the ones related to us. I love Mara still standing at the door, I think. I want to do pictures. Can we do pictures of it, maybe? I'm trying to think of a picture of... is there a picture of me and you we can put in there? Did we take a picture that night at Gotham?
Yeah, I think I got a couple good ones.
We want to try to add those to it?
Should we do the picture of... I think I got great pictures of all of us.
Okay, yeah. That'd be great. Absolutely.
Because you're talking about that night.
And you owned them, right? You took them.
Yeah, no.
Painted. You ever go?
Oh, man.
You gonna put pictures in the book, dude? It's the biggest pain in the ass.
You got to take a picture that you sketched yourself.
Right, and you got to really vet that good, Jack, because you will get...
Yeah, because people send you pictures that they took that are the same... Your girlfriend could have taken the same picture standing next to them.
But they don't own it. That's why the people call photography and art. It's like, let's calm down. All right.
No, please, I've been fighting that battle for fucking 60 years.
I mean, because of photography,
aim and click. Yeah, well,
every sports photographer, the iconic sports pictures. There was a great HBO documentary about it. Every one of them say it was a mistake. I tripped.
Yeah, but the camera went off. Who knew that was going to happen?
Well, it ended art. Like the idea of Picasso got famous because cameras came about. So it used to be the person who could paint a picture of a house was like a big deal. But now you got pictures of a house. So now there's got to be another scam.
You got to paint everything but the house.
Right. So Picasso comes along and goes, these squares are like the thing. And like every asshole believes that. Cut Tim was worth $1 billion. without a fucking camera, Picasso's like, draw a house, asshole. Those are cubes.
There's a famous, that classic picture of Joe DiMaggio as he's setting the bat down and going across the plate or something like that. And they say there was a string of pictures, and the 3 or 4 pictures before that, and the 3 or 4 pictures after that, you could tell what a prick he was.
Oh.
You know what I mean? When that one, he looked like the old man. You know the iconic picture. I'm telling you.
Yeah. Sometimes they capture something on your face and everything. And there's great boxing photos. Those photographers in the old boxing days were right under the guy.
Right. The people are spitting on him.
Right, and that's why Ali over Liston when he didn't hit Liston, the Phantom Punch, and Liston's down, and you could tell Liston's he's taking a dive, and he
was on the phone
reading a magazine.
But like the look on Ali's face though is real defiant, and it sort of does sum up like the rebellious '60s. Like he's like,
yeah, like he was teetering over him like a monster.
Liston was owned by white people. Ali was not. That was like he was owned by black people. He was owned by the Nation of Islam. They were all scared shit of somebody. But Liston was a heroin addict who was owned by the mafia, and that's why he took the dive. He was scared of those guys, but Ali was not. But it turned out the Nation of Islam had Ali by the balls. But
everybody got to serve somebody.
Yeah, not me.
Not me.
That's why I'll die broke.
Give me some.
Let's see how long Mario will take to call back.
Wow. Well, he's texted a couple of times.
What's he said? Here comes sensitive Dan. I texted a couple of times. He's an asshole. He won't get broken in the asshole gene if you keep doing this. You're the Italian kid in the family who lets him out of the locker.
Did I go to the door?
I told you not to.
All right.
Right. So you go in a heartbeat. It's tough love.
Okay, I want to say thank you very much for doing the forward, and you can blame it on me that Mario got chucked out of here because you had something you had to accomplish.
He got chucked out of here because he's an asshole.
Now you're hurting people.
Same reason Sam's in hell. Hey Sam,
so why are you mad at Sam because John took a shit?
No. Sam tried. Turned out to be an asshole.
Oh.
And because a guy dies doesn't mean they're not an asshole.
Yeah, I love that when somebody dies, all of a sudden everybody's
Now he's probably a bigger asshole. I hope Hitler's shoving a fruit in your ass. Sam. Let me stop to pray to Sam.
So many people shut Sam Kinison out, and then all of a sudden he died, and it was like, oh,
Kinison's in heaven.
My good friend, my dear pal. Weren't you nice?
What was your relationship with Kinison?
Oh, we were asshole buddies.
Yeah.
Asshole buddies. The night I met him, I came into the Improv to go to a Jim Palazzo
in
skate.
L.A.?
No, here.
Oh, here, yeah.
We used to meet there.
That's the first place I ever did a set.
And I get in the van and they say, Jackie, this is Sam. Sam, this is Jackie. And there's this little fat guy with the beret, and we went out to the middle of New Jersey.
You thought it was Rosie O'Donnell?
No,
Monica Lewinsky?
Too cute. Too slim.
Monica Lewinsky was me in a beret. And that's what Bill Clinton risked the fucking presidency.
Wow.
He's got a problem.
Hanukkah Lewinsky.
So now you and Jack, would you party with Sam?
We didn't do. We just drank and drank, and
Right.
it was like on the other side of Jersey, and it was
where like Rascals type of thing.
No. This was like some bar room, and they actually had to tie up the disco ball. And Palazzo said, "Jackie, you go up first."
What?
I'm telling you, they
to get on stage.
No, to move it out. Yeah, to move it out of the way so people could see us. And he said, "Listen, save some of your stuff because I don't know how they're going to handle Sam." And he's a great guy, and we're drinking and having a great time, and he goes up on stage, and I will never forget it because he was like, you see this face? Look at this face. Because you're going to get to know this face. You know why? Because I live in hell! And he yelled for 40 fucking minutes, and when I went back up on the stage,
funny,
the
man.
crowd, you ever see the picture of the people pegged to their seats with the 3D glasses on? The crowd was like, oh! So I had to go up and do 20 more minutes to try.
That's hard to do.
They were They didn't laugh. They didn't budge. They were scared to death because this was 79. It was so early on that people weren't used to comics being in bars talking to them.
Well, that was just about like the
So that was odd enough.
The second place, the first time I ever did stand up was July 12th, 1987. I remember the date. I heard you guys plug a Dylan Grateful Dead concert at Giant Stadium. I went there and took mushrooms, and I went later that night to do a set at the Improv. And I got on stage. I got the lottery at 1 a.m. I went on stage and bombed for 5 minutes, but I got on stage. I was like proud of that. It was the first time I ever did. Second time, I went to what you're talking about. I went to a sports bar that had a comedy night. So some people didn't even know stand-up was going to happen. I was making people miserable, like the direct opposite of what I was supposed to be doing, entertaining them.
Yeah, 180 degrees.
Right.
They're trying to watch
a Met Philly game.
Hey, I had people out on Long Island, and I had to, if I wanted to get paid, I had to turn off the hockey game. And it was like double overtime. And there's 4 guys at the bar watching. They're going to fucking kill me.
A Tide Islander Ranger game. Hey, let me tell you some jokes.
Carol Lever came over to me and said, "How the fuck did you do that?" Why we want to get paid?
Carol Lever. Who got more pussy that night, you or her?
She wasn't having any of me.
Now, what was it? Did you know? Now, you knew Eddie Murphy back when he was like 15, right?
Well, yeah, I think he was 15 or 16.
You drove him home?
That's
you drove him to Roosevelt?
The stories are so great in the book.
What did you do actually? You how many times you drive him home? You would drive him all the way to his neighborhood.
Me and Hawthorne.
Dave Hawthorne.
Me and Dave Hawthorne picked up Eddie and his buddy Clinton Smith. And we went to this horrible gig.
What's Clinton doing these days?
I spoke to him a year ago. He's trying to produce movies. He's a pisser. But we did this this gig at the Jade Fountain. Bill Maher asked us for a ride home, and on the way home,
new rule.
On the way home, we bang
Tell
over the
Clinton to get out of the car.
The fucking muffler falls down. I tie it up with a guitar string.
Oh, that's hilarious.
And then we're driving home on the Southern State. It's freezing cold. The muffler falls down. I'm under the car with a guitar string.
Wait, now it's you, Eddie Murphy, and Bill Maher in the car?
No. We dropped Bill Maher off on the west side. So we're on the way on the Southern State back to Richard M. Dixon's. Hawthorne's driving. I'm riding shotgun. Eddie and Clint are in the back. We're in the Southern State, which has no fucking shoulder. I'm underneath in the freezing cold, but the muffler is red hot, and I'm trying to tie up the muffler with a guitar string, and Murphy and Clint are goofing on Hawthorne's car. He's driving them to the gig and back, and they're fucking with him. Listen to this. And when we got,
your car needs a new battery.
When we got to Roosevelt, Eddie's street was all cut up because they're working on it. So instead of driving him home, he said, Eddie, I can't take you home down the street because the muffler will fall off again. So Murphy and Clint had to walk about 200 yards.
Yeah.
And people always said if we had drove the extra 200 yards, we'd all be in the fucking movie.
Well, I was going to say Roosevelt. You drove him to Roosevelt. That was rough back then, man.
Well, that didn't matter, but the street was.
Oh, it mattered. That was a rough area.
Yeah. Eddie said, Jack, you got an album? I want to have an album. And I said, I'm sorry, Eddie, I'm too busy. You didn't know that? I said, I was too busy.
I know the story. Well, listen, what is it?
Well, if I ever get famous, you ain't getting any.
What about him in stand-up? You know why he never come back to stand-up is because all the PC police would dig up his old shit, I bet.
He doesn't care.
Well, he
didn't say the word to do it.
He never said that. He didn't say the word faggot. He had a bit called Faggots. I mean, if you go to the comic strip right now, his first album is up there, and there's a bit. The first bit is named Faggots.
But
I mean, Jesus.
But so who?
I don't care.
No, I know.
I don't give a shit.
He has no desire to get back up there. I really don't.
I think he does. I think he wanted to, and then he's like, I think someone talked him out of it. I think that's why
he didn't even say a funny syllable when he got back. When on that Saturday Night Live thing, it was just
he refused to.
He was so teed up.
He was supposed to do Cosby. Norm told me he was going to do Cosby and goof on him, and he decided at the last minute not to do it.
Really?
Yeah.
So he's stuck with nothing.
He said, I don't want to hit a guy while he's down.
Oh, jeez. Because that wouldn't be comedy.
Yeah, exactly.
Jesus.
You hit Gumby and Buckwheat when they were down.
Jesus Christ.
Eddie Murphy might be the most talented guy ever in the sense that he actually can turn off the comedy or turn it on like a faucet. He can be funny on a drop of a dime, and he tells you. He had to host the first MTV Movie Awards, and he didn't want to do it. He said, I don't want to be here, but there's too much money they gave me. And he said, I'll be funny sometimes, but then I'm going to get right back into the show. Sharon Stone cried during her first award. He did a perfect impression of her crying. Everybody's laughing. He said, all right, that's enough. He's that good. And
he got on Saturday Night Live, and he'd come to the Dixons or one of the gigs, and he'd go, and people, we'd say, what's it like? What's Saturday Night Live? He's like, Jack, it's so easy.
It did look easy to him.
Because it was. Just go up there and be real funny. Jeez.
I mean, him doing Buckwheat, you could tell he just did that in his living room forever.
He was so fucking cocky and sure of himself.
Well, he
had the goods. He was Elvis. When he's 16 years old, he said he was going to be bigger than the Beatles, and he was bigger than the Beatles.
I was 16 in 1983, and that first special, Delirious, we watched that at parties. We would have parties and watch it. We knew it verbatim.
In the blue suit.
Yeah, well, it was orange.
Orange
The blue suit was raw. He was funny in that suit. Could you imagine how hard that is?
Jesus Christ!
Him doing his father at the barbecue, lighting his cousin on fire, and the shit turned into furniture. And I mean, come on, man.
Oh, his aunt falling down the stairs.
Oh yeah. Everything was like, and you're right. It's so easy, And
for him, he was just that good.
Now, what did you ever work with him after he was famous?
No. I started the Brokerage Comedy Club and Governor's Comedy
You started Brokerage?
Yeah.
Oh, you started Governor's?
No, both.
That's in the HBO show I'm doing. I do a set of Governor's.
Oh, the place was great.
Now, did you have an asshole contest to see who ran that place, from what I remember?
the Brokerage was a comedy. They both were music.
I like them both.
They were both music places.
Right.
It was Corky's Music Box, and then Gary Smith wanted to do, and then it was the Brokerage, but it was music, and then he wanted to do comedy. And one week this is very early on, somebody canceled. And Eddie wasn't on Saturday Night Live, or maybe he had just gotten on, and somebody canceled. And Roosevelt was down the street, and I called Richie Tinkin, his manager, who was a really good friend. I dragged Rodney into the comic show. So he loved me. Right.
Richie.
So Richie goes, he was Eddie's manager. I said, listen, somebody dropped out. Can you get Eddie to do the Brokerage? A couple shows at the Brokerage. And he goes, well, you know what? He just worked at Post last week for $10,000. And I'm like, this isn't going to pay that, So, but he agreed. So Eddie came, and he was so cocky. He's up on stage, and people are actually yelling, be funnier. He says, yeah, I'll jump off my wallet. But at the end of I never told you this. At the end of the night, he comes over to me and says, Jack, what's his pay? And I said, $100. And he said, wait, listen to this. He said, $100? That's slave labor. And you know what I said? I said, lest you forget. He said, Jack,
dude, every guess I had in my head with what you said was way worse.
He said, Jack, you're crazy.
Jack, you're crazy.
Jack, you're crazy.
Well, that's back when you used to be able to be funny.
Nah, he was great.
Listen, Jack, I love you. And listen, so you got enough for the forward, right?
I got enough. Thank you so much.
Send it to me, and we'll pick a picture, and it'll be great. And I can't wait for the book. When do you think the book will be out?
It's going to probably be in pre-sale like in May, and it's coming out in November.
Get it out before John's.
Oh, definitely. It's a race.
Vote Jackie.
Don't trip on Mario when you're leaving.
Or do trip on him.
I might take him home.
You got a bag big enough.
Wow.
Jack, I love you.
I'll put him in outer skates.
I'm telling you, me having to tell that guy there's a dummy in the case he said you have to open it because we need to know what's in it. He thought there was a gun in there, and Otto's smoking crack next to it. By the way, those shows killed.
You talk about writing somebody and writing for somebody and getting excited. We were doing Comedy's Dirtiest Dozen. There was a great movie with like Bill Hicks and Tim Allen, Chris Rock, and
Jim Brown.
Everybody's great, but. And they got famous from the movie, but me. But Otto had a bit, and I gave him a line.
By the way, everybody in that group had the N-word in their act.
Including me.
You, Chris Rock.
And
that was a joke.
So Otto was had a joke in his act, and I gave him a line, and he used it. And it was like getting a Cadillac to have Otto put. He said she was this big fat broad. She spread her legs and a fucking Greyhound bus came out.
That's the dummy.
And I added the line, yeah, and the bus driver had a clothespin on his nose.
Oh, God. The end bit of Otto, he would do the Kennedy assassination, and the dummy's head would fly off.
Oh, God.
That was the ending.
He surgically made the hair of the dummy, so when he jerked the dummy's head, it would flap up, and it was red.
An impression
for that joke.
An impression of Kennedy's head flying off.
Oh my God!
And he had to pay Abe Zapruder a lot of money for that. Jack, I love you.
Thank you, Arthur.
Get home safe. Well, I'm gonna go get married.
Oh, wait, follow me on Twitter at Jackie Martling.
Oh, yeah, well, plug whatever you want.
I went up 300 Twitter followers the other day.
Wow, I went down 300.
Oh my God! All right, Riverhead, Long Island.
Whatever you want.
Riverhead, Long Island on Friday, January 27th, and the Prince Theater in Philadelphia, January 28th, and the Levoy Theater in South Jersey on Saturday, January 21st. And this is Jackie for Arthur Lang saying, I hope all your days are wonderful. Vote for me.